Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Dad's Expensive Hobby.
What's up?
Today, I'm taking a look at the SH Figuarts Final Battle Jiren from Dragonball Super. I was kind of rearranging some of my stuff in my little room where I keep all my action figures, and I realized I have had this figure for years, and I have never done a video on him. I've done a video on the regular Jiren, in the actual little uniform or whatever. Check that video out. But I haven't done one on this one. I don't know how he slipped through the cracks because he is a pretty darn good release, and I figured this week with all the snow, I'm going to dig out some other figures of mine that I've had for a while that are good ones, or at least most of them, that I haven't done videos on either. None of them are new, especially this guy, but they're all pretty good, and I want you all to take a look at them. But let's get started with him, starting with his package. Really good, SH Figuarts package. Nice image of Jiren right here. I kind of like how that little fireball or energy ball or whatever kind of rounds the corner. Looks good. Got all the nice authenticity stickers down here on the back, on the bottom, I should say, and on the back. Again, just like SH Figuarts, they need to utilize space a little bit better, but still good packaging overall. Let's get him off the stand and see how tall he is, because Jiren, he's one of those like characters that you would think is actually bigger than he actually is. To the top of his head, he is right at 6.5 inches, so he's not super duper tall, which would make the entire figure about 17 centimeters. Still a big guy, but not necessarily as big as some of the other characters. Let's get him next to some other figures and see how they all look. And first up, I've got him next to the other release of Jiren from SH Figuarts. This is the one where he's in that little, team suit or whatever from Universe 11. I really like this figure. It does not get nearly enough praise. That is a really good figure. Check out my video on it. But they both look really good. The Final Battle Jiren here is obviously a little bit taller and thicker, but he's fully powered up and shit. And in Dragon Ball Z, most of the characters get a lot bigger when they power up, and they look really good. And here he is with a version of Goku that he absolutely manhandles in the version of Super Saiyan Blue Goku right there. And I really like it. I think they look nice. And here he is with the UI sign Goku, and this is where the tables start to turn a little bit and Goku kind of turns up the heat. And I think they look really nice as well. And here he is with Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku, where the fight kind of takes a turn more towards Goku, but Jiren still holds his own with raw power and stuff, and I really like the look of these two on the screen. And lastly, I had to do it. Here he is with the full power Broly. And if you've watched my videos, you know Broly is my absolute favorite figure. And right here, look at this aesthetic. This new Final Battle Jiren holds his own with the full power Broly, and that is an absolutely gorgeous figure. So I really wanted to get them both on screen. Now, for aesthetic, this is one of the better looking figures, at least Dragon Ball figures, from SH Figuarts, and that is mainly to do with his paint and sculpt, because if you can't see how beautiful this thing is just by glancing at him, then you need to get your eyes checked, because this guy is fantastic looking. I will point out that his legs are 100%, hips and legs are 100% reused from the first Jiren, and that's okay. They just stuck those on, a bigger, larger, more powerful looking and better sculpted, upper body, and that's okay. And then they just put a flat finish on the paint to kind of differentiate it, but that's no big deal. Reuse is cool, especially if it looks good, and the legs do look good. But I just want to talk about the freaking sculpt, the organicness, slightly exaggerated because it's from an anime, look to his muscles, but they look so good. The details are really nice. The paint they put on this guy is absolutely gorgeous. There's paint all over all four head sculpts, and it's done really well. The shading is really nice. Maybe not so much back there, but that's really not that big a deal. It still looks good. Paint and sculpt of the back is phenomenal. It looks like a big old turtle shell back there. Flat finish all over the red torn uniform top around the waist. Flat finish all over the pants. A little bit of tearing in the pants. The feet and boots, they're pretty plain, but they still look really good. One problem, and one problem only really, with his aesthetic, and that is the knees. They've left them shiny. They put no finish on them, and that is a typical SH Figuarts move. They like to screw up knees every now and again as far as like finishes go. You don't believe me? Check out my video on Turles. Turles is the same way, and I think Nappa might have shiny knees as well. But other than that, this guy is absolutely gorgeous. Like I said, one of the better looking, if not top. He's top 5 in SH Figuarts period, and probably top 2 or 3 as far as paint jobs and sculpts in the Dragon Ball line period. This guy looks absolutely gorgeous. As for accessories, he really doesn't come with much, I'm going to be honest here. But he does come with 4 different head sculpts. He gets a serious kind of mean mugging head sculpt on him in the package, and it looks really nice. He's got a teeth gritting face with the eyes open, and it looks pretty good. He's also got another teeth gritting face where his eyes are squinted shut, and it looks nice. And he's got an open mouth yelling face that looks really good as well. All 4 are fantastic. He does come with 8 different hands. He comes with 2 fist hands on him in the package, and then a half dozen open style pose hands, nothing we haven't seen 1,000 times. And lastly, he comes with a little energy effect kind of piece right here. It's honestly nothing special. It's kind of translucent yellowish orange plastic. There's no shading or anything on it. It is sculpted pretty good. It irritates me because it is sculpted specifically for the left hand, the left gripping hand, for that to clasp onto it, and no other hand to do that. And I don't really like that. I think at least the left and the right should have been able to grab it, but it's not bad. And that is it. That's all the accessories you get. And this is an expensive figure because he was on Premium Bandai, so he was expensive to begin with, and he's even more expensive on the secondary market. Now for his articulation. Now he moves pretty darn good, but there are some places where he's lacking ever so slightly. We'll start at the top. Wonderful neck joint right here that moves really good, lets us tuck the chin in pretty much. He won't look up great, but he'll look up just a little bit, but this was Jiren, and in the Tournament of Power, he wasn't really looking up to anybody. And you can maneuver the head however you want, and that came off on its own, but that's because we've seen this kind of piece that plugs into the top of the head to kind of hold the shape for it before, and it works pretty well. It functions just pretty much exactly like a double ball peg, gives you whatever you want, and I like it because it actually comes off pretty easy, but not really on its own. I like it. Shape of the traps looks really good. The shoulders come out to 90 with no problem. I'm calling that 90 just because I'm not finagling with it. There you go, 90 degrees with no issues. Full 360, of course. He's got a great butterfly joint in here. They really open up and bring the arms across him. Look at that right there. Little bit of gapping back here. Can get a little bit ugly, but just watch this right here. We just push it just ever so slightly, and it fixes that. And then we bring both arms across him. I mean, he can, absolutely, his butterfly rivals the Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta from SH Figuarts, and that one has a fantastic butterfly. So I like everything that's going on there in the shoulder, and it doesn't look bad either. Bicep swivel, of course. This is one of those bicep swivels where the sculpt kind of catches and makes it a little bit more difficult, but it does work. Double jointed elbow. It's past 90. He's got big gigantic forearms and biceps, so it's not going to completely fold the arm in half, but that is more than what you would need. And the elbows are okay looking. His wrists, they are not the typical ball hinge. They are a double ball peg down here, but you still get all your rotation and you get enough movement out of it. So I don't have a problem with that, and it still looks pretty darn good. He has a diaphragm brake right here. That is a double ball peg. Mine is slightly loose, and I mean slightly, but he will crunch forward nicely on it. He'll lean back really, really well on it. And of course, you get your tilt side to side and you get twist. So I don't have that big of an issue with it. And even when you lean it back, no gapping issues. And the sculpt is continued underneath. It looks really, really nice. Now, he has a ball peg down here in the waist, but that is going to add very minimal, just a little bit of crunch forward and back. And it doesn't really twist. Fuck. I don't really like that. That's kind of a bummer that it doesn't twist down there, but that's because his, if I'm showing you the shape of his waist down here, it's oblong shaped, so it doesn't twist really well because where this is not floating, this is up in there, so the sculpt kind of prevents a twist, but you do get a little bit extra lean forward and back, but with the nice twist of the piece up here, I don't foresee you having a posing issue out of him. For the hips, not quite a full split, but definitely more than 2.0 Goku figures. So I like that pretty well. Not much of a front kick, not quite up to the waist, so that kind of sucks. They did put some booty cheeks on him, some Jiren powered booty cheeks, so no kicking back. He does have a thigh swivel that's really darn good. Double jointed knee, of course, plenty of range. The proportions are a little off. The lower leg's a little short, but that could be the way he's drawn, which I'm almost positive that it is. And the knee, other than being shiny, doesn't look too darn bad. No shin swivel, of course, it's an SH Figuarts. And down here, the ankle is a hinge, so it'll give you a little down, not a big bunch of up. You do get some ankle rocker. No peg hole in the bottom of the foot. And he has a toe hinge. That is not great, but if you've watched my videos, you know I don't like them anyway. So overall, I mean, he moves good enough. It's definitely, his articulation does not equal, how good he looks, but he's going to pose enough for you that you'll be able to do what you want to do. Okay, final thoughts on the Final Battle Jiren here from SH Figuarts. Me personally, like from a subjective standpoint, I absolutely love this figure. He's one of my favorites. I think he's beautiful. I think he moves well enough for me. But objectively, there are some things to be desired. Mainly his accessory set. That the offering for his accessories is not very good at all, in my opinion. He should have come with more, especially being a premium Bandai. His articulation, there are some spots where there's a lot to be desired, particularly with that ball peg in the waist right there. You're not getting much out of that, and his legs are a little limited. But I'm still going to give this figure a B+. A little bit of room for, not even a little bit, there's quite a bit of room for improvement, but it's in little nitpicky areas. B+ is still a good score. Very good figure. I highly recommend you get your hands on him if you can. Black Hole Toys makes a much cheaper version of this, and I'm going to review my version that I have of that as well here very, very soon. But that's all I've got to say for Jiren right here. This has been Dad with Dad's Expensive Hobby, and I'll talk to you all in the next video.